Here's the problem with being a real estate agent today. We all know we have to invest in our business in order to grow. We've got every single kind of vendor, marketer, agency under the sun trying to vie for our business, always telling us that their thing is the only thing that we'll ever need, which will take our business truly over the top and give us the life that we've always dreamed of. The challenge is, as much as we know that this is a reality, where do you actually spend your money? What is the best place to put your money, your time, your energy, your resources that will provide the maximum ROI possible? And in today's video, I'm going to go over where you should be putting your time, energy, and resources, whether you have $0 a month as your marketing budget, all the way up to $5,000 plus per month. So whatever your marketing budget is, you'll know exactly where you can put your resources that will provide the best return on investment. So let's start first off. If you have absolutely no money to invest in marketing, this is literally $0 coming out of the gate as a real estate agent, nothing to spend. The first two things that you need to be doing are cold calling and social media. I know everybody hates cold calling. The reality is, when I say cold calling, I am referring to organic strategies that are free, but I'm going to say it right here just to avoid any confusion. There is no more effective lead generation strategy that will provide income for you than cold calling. You can get all of these fancy marketing strategies, everything. They all work. The reality is nothing works like cold calling. So if you have $0 to invest in your real estate business, follow a FSBO script, for sale by owner, follow an expired script. One of my favorite expired scripts is Mike Ferry's expired script. I have a FSBO script that we follow. I'll actually link to that video in the description below. Also, I have another video showing you organic strategies that aren't going to cost you a dime. So organic lead generation, come out of the gate before you get fancy about anything else, as well as a social media strategy that is geared to you, focusing on who you're trying to actually help, your avatar. And then once you get your social media dialed in, along with a cold calling strategy that you've set for yourself, KPIs every single day, coming out of the gate, ignoring all shiny objects, just focus on these two things. It's not going to cost you a penny, and it will provide some return. So now you've got $250 a month. It's not really a whole lot to be running Facebook ads. So stick with cold calling or organic lead generation. Stick with social media, but now we're going to invest in a CRM. This is when you should start to organize your systems and your processes. Get for yourself a CRM. Plan out what the customer buyer journey actually looks like. Create for yourself long-term follow-up campaigns. Create for yourself some weekly newsletter templates that you can keep in touch with your database. And now that you've got that set up, even let's say if you're on a cold call with somebody and you don't manage to list their house, there is still a utility in generating their email address that you can put them into your CRM and let the systems that you've set up actually run themselves and then generate compounding business for you in the future. Let's say now you've got $500 per month. I want you to maintain your organic lead generation strategies, but now we're also going to add Inabox into the mix. So for anybody who doesn't know, Inabox is my company. Obviously, yes, my podcast is called The Real Marketer Podcast. Inabox is our company. It's a marketing coaching program and mastermind where, whether or not you're dealing with $0, we'll give you lead generation strategies to actually go ahead and generate leads for free, scripts and follow-up processes as well, all of the systems and everything in place, all of the strategy, everything that you could actually need to take your business to another level to generate that consistent income, Inabox can help you with. But just as a caveat, only if you have $500 per month to invest in your marketing should you be investing in Inabox, because yes, it will generate far greater returns, but you have to have that capital up front to be able to invest in it. Now, let's say you've got $1,000 per month. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to continue, obviously, cold calling, social media, continue with the CRM, nurturing your database, continue with Inabox as well. But now I want to throw YouTube into the mix. The reason I'm waiting until $1,000 per month in YouTube is because when you're at this stage, you have the time that you can continuously invest your time and your energy and your resources into your YouTube channel. Your YouTube doesn't really cost anything, but it does take time. So unless you have $1,000 that you have to reinvest into your business, I don't think you're at the point yet where you should be thinking about business for 7 months in the future down the line, because that's a heavy time commitment. But when you're at a point where your business can afford the $1,000 per month in marketing, this is when you should start looking at actually scaling your business up by way of a YouTube channel. This could also be a podcast, for example. It could also be a Facebook group. But understand that when you're building your authority in the space, which is what YouTube actually does, it builds your authority as the expert and not just another one of the million realtors that are out there. It will build your authority, but it takes time. There's nothing really more effective to build your authority than YouTube, than a podcast. It gets you in front of a lot of people, but again, it takes time. So make sure that you have the capacity to continuously reinvest in your business so that while you're waiting for your YouTube to really take off, your business doesn't suffer at all and you're not taking away time from the cold calling and the social media, which is more imminently important and urgent. Let's say now you've got $2,500 a month of investments that you can be making inside of your marketing budget. Here's what you should be doing. Now we're going to start running webinars inside of our business, paying for ad spend to build our list that we're going to put inside of our CRM. You can invest some money to really get the message in front of as many people as possible. Run, let's say, webinars every month or so. It could be a first-time home buyer. It could be something a little bit more catered to your actual demographic, to your actual clientele. When you've done that a few times and you've invested money into ad spend, you could just take that webinar, throw it onto a landing page so that the whole process is automated, and then run ads to the webinar, but send that instead of a live webinar that's happening in 3 days from now, just send it to a landing page where they can watch it on demand. But at this point in time, you've got $2,500 per month. You can now run ads to an automated webinar that doesn't take your time. Your lead generation is not suffering at all. You're continuously starting to build your authority through your YouTube channel, through your social media, and now we can start to scale. Now let's start running ads, not just to the webinar, but you can run ads a little bit farther down the line of the actual buyer journey. For example, showing an ad to a list of homes. That's a really good ad that works really well. And now maybe instead of spending all your time cold calling leads that have never really heard of you, you can now cold call leads that have actually engaged with your ad. It'll be a little bit more targeted. You're now using your time a little bit more efficiently. You can also split your ad spend for running ads to the actual list of homes as well, and also running ads to this automated webinar. So now you've really got a lot to work with. And then finally, also what we want to really start doing is getting our time back, because when we get our time back, we can really start to run this like a business and make chess moves in our business instead of just hustling all the time. Now let's start to think about scaling. So you hire a video editor to then repurpose your YouTube videos for Instagram Reels, for Facebook Reels, for TikToks, for YouTube Shorts. You're hiring your video editor so that all you got to do is film the initial footage, just film that raw footage and let them go and edit that, post it over to YouTube. And now when you're running ads to your webinars, you're running ads to a list of homes, you've got an ISA, maybe that's even making those cold calls for you, and as well as calling the leads that are coming in. You've now also hired a video editor. You've now got an abundance of time back. And now you're truly in a position where all you have to do in your business is go ahead and actually sell homes. So this is what I would be doing, whether or not you have $0 a month for marketing, $250 per month for marketing, $500, $1,000, $2,500, or $5,000+ per month to marketing. The strategies may be different, but everybody starts at $0. So figure out where you're at on this actual chart, figure out how much money you actually have to invest, and then continue to work up from there. And then you'll have a business that truly scales, that can provide the life of freedom that you really always dreamed of.